Hello there, YouTube. This is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound Daily. Today is the solo daily for November 10th, and today we will be playing Magma Miner, going from Proving Grounds into Garden's Edge, and then up against Runestone. Not really much to say here. We got Willow's Bloodletter, which just prevents us from getting perfects. I might honestly throw it on the ground. I don't think that it's good at all. If we could grind it as soon as possible, that'd be something. But yeah, it's just not good, like, for score. And in order for us to actually get some damage out of this, we need a very specific build. We even have reduced healing, so I don't want Willow's Bloodletter. And then we have -1 will as well, so honestly a whole bunch of nasty stuff. At least we have Heart of a Hero. Yep. That's what I feel about that. Okay, so now we're looking at what could possibly get us fight 1. I do kind of like the idea of Bolstered Leap, just having a slightly increased area of effect. It's kind of nice. Efficient Bonk is okay. We're generally speaking going to use Bonk moderately, and so being able to get a little bit of movement out of that is kind of nice, especially against enemies that have Swivel. We just bonk them a couple times, move out. I think it might be Bolstered Leap. Only problem is that I like Bolstered Leap also having cooldown and shield on hit. And those are all greens, I believe, unless shield on hit was promoted to a blue, because it's shielding per use, which to me would be a green, but we should have no shortage of green here. This is actually exclusive. We can only get it once, which means that it's actually easier for us to get the negative cooldown when we take it. 3 shielding isn't going to help us win fight 1. In fact, don't make me use 2 will for 3 shielding. Like, that's kind of insulting when other classes have much better. But I guess that's the rate that we're going for right now. I don't think that it's efficient bonk. That's not really going to help us that much. I think Bolstered Leap is probably where we're going here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Tarnished Vault. Before we do that, what is our potion? Mercurial? No, it's a barrier. That's unfortunate. Okay, so what are we doing here? Brace Belt is something. I don't like any of this. I could see the training weights. Training weights would be pretty good. Simply because it just gives us 15% more damage with our skills. If we grind it later, it becomes 25%. Probably not the best thing here. This is good for our turn 1. Since we have heat, it's actually quite good for us to have extra will. We would be able to leap, bonk 3 times. Leap, bonk, we would have a total of 4 with the orb. Leap, orb, bonk 3 times, then smash. That'd be quite a bit of damage. That's somewhere around 4. We'd technically have a little bit more. So 40% more damage on smash. Pretty good. That still doesn't do 600 damage, is my problem. So I would much rather just have reliable damage on everything instead of being able to fit a couple more bonks into our smash. I haven't done the math on that personally, but feels like it's better. Especially for our late game. We kind of need stats on this character. It's kind of annoying. But okay. Not much we can do about that. We have this crit smash for next turn. We're not going to miss another turn. Simple stuff. Trying to think now. It is possible that it's hard for me to just calculate that off the top of my head because of the fact that we obviously had 15 physical power. But it might have honestly have been that +2 will would have given us that. Or maybe some better positioning on our end. That is one heck of an up tier, but I don't think that we can do anything with it. Decayed Binding is good. I could also see re-rolling here, trying to get for more Striker. Not really much else for Striker, though. How are we getting damage? Decayed Binding is away. Harmonizing Whistle is interesting. I like the cooldown reduction. We just currently don't have a way to proc it. So we would like a magical skill here. A magical skill like Jinx? And then that'll reduce all of our cooldowns, including the cooldown of Jinx. I actually quite enjoy that. I think that we value green Augs more than most things right now. Definitely not feeling efficient leap. -1 base cooldown seems good. A Vengeful Infusion seems pretty good too. Just keep sending me towards green Augs. Bonk bonk leap. Like, you're seriously that close? Man. Everybody's like just outside. I guess we're gonna have to use both of these. Might as well hit the treasure pot. Spikes is gonna help us out quite a bit. I like leaping in on this. I'd like to not have to use Will on you guys. What is this? This is close to getting you guys. So what we honestly could do is something a little bit like this. Just quite can't. How much spike damage we got here? 70. You're gonna be done. This is gonna give us some shielding. You're done. Still not quite enough shielding here. If we would have aimed this properly, we probably could have managed this. Not gonna take a... Well, I guess we're not gonna take a turn deficit because there's one turn to go. Probably should have been paying attention to that. This, we can aim here. That's not going to make a difference. We're going to lose a turn here and are perfect. A little unfortunate, really. I guess having Verdant would have helped with that. Speaking of Verdant, not sure if any of these are what I'm looking for. Some crit might be interesting. Of course, Moss Spyglass pretty good versus... It's actually kind of bad versus Giannis now that I think about it. Quicken Leap is exactly what we want. We can liquidate here. I'm wondering if this verdant is worth it. We'd also get some pin cushion. Doesn't really do much for us. We'll re-roll here. There's a verdant. I think we actually want that verdant, though. Verdant seed's pretty good. I guess it's unnecessary. We can liquidate this. But if we were going to liquidate that, then we probably should have just done the other one and gotten the pin cushion for free. After Image is interesting. After Image, we were offered an Amulet of Floral, which is each time that we take damage but don't take damage, or take 0 damage from a hit, we will, what's the word? I can't think about it right now. We get damage, a little boost, and Blur is a great way to get into that. We're going to take this Vesticle Shrine. I honestly am probably willing to go past here and see if we can't get something a little bit better for us. I just like Verdant Seed in general, personally. The Superior Vault makes that a little bit easier for us. We kind of already got the green that we want, which is the -1 base cooldown. -1 cooldown on After Image would be kind of nice too, just getting negative cooldown on these two here. Anyways, we have to do something with ourselves here. There's a enemy hidden behind there. Okay. We need just a smidge more damage. This guy lived by 3, and it upsets me. So I think what we're actually going to do here is... something along the lines of this. We're still going to take damage. Us losing 1 shielding was actually kind of a big deal in the latest patch. I think we can get that. Not like that, we can't. We are just getting absolutely brutalized right now. There's another extra turn, some health loss. Steel Brella, not really. I think it's more training weights here. Yeah, they definitely gave us Ambusher, just in total. We still have that Liquidator behind us. Is it honestly Steel Brella just to get an access to some shock and stuff like that? I think Orbs Gathering... Sorry, I think this is better. If we're going to liquidate something, we get 2 Bastion and Orbs gain Shattered Will. That's something that we can actually build into. Not sure that Mercurial would have made much of a difference. We would have been able to leap twice, I guess. I'm willing to liquidate a training weights, but obviously I want something that's a little bit better than that. I mean, ringleaders. Technically, I guess we would want to keep ringleaders. We could liquidate the steady tortoise. Yeah. Let's try this crazy little thing, huh? Get rid of that. We're one away from Will Collector 6, which feels pretty good to me. Not really much that we can do about anything else down here. We're basically at this point just hoping that actions are good for us. Bastion 3 is again like pretty good. We're expecting to hopefully trade damage in order to gain more will as well. A whole bunch of woulda couldas, to be honest. Let's hit as many people as possible. Let's actually get our blur first. That's weird, but we'll take it. Pick up the power orb, smash you with this. There's really nothing else going on. Now we got our ringleader's hat. There we go. That's a little unfortunate. Oh, okay. Let's move as little as possible. Still taking damage. Okay. Probably could have leapt. Damage doesn't really matter against the boss anyways, I suppose, so we'll just take that as a silver lining. Doesn't mean that I'm happy about it. Okay. And we still just miss you. Man, that's unfortunate. We're back in the hope that everybody's suffering as much as we are phase again. I don't like being here. That'll phase you. Let's take care of some of your guys. This is going to give me Shattered Will. I don't really want that. So I'll just hit you, I guess. This is going to be kind of spooky. So the thing that I need to do is use After Image twice. But in order to do that, something needs to be off cooldown. Like everything else, actually. So we'll hit that, Mercurial, hit that. That's going to significantly reduce the amount of damage that we're taking from all other sources. Can't quite, like, hit anything. I guess we're dealing a ton of retaliatory spikes damage. That's going to have to be okay. Did they change this so that it actually works for... I guess I don't understand why we're suddenly dealing more damage here. Maybe we aren't, and I'm just crazy. This is kind of perfect here. Or at least perfect enough. It's what I want. Hit all this. Hit all this. We got a ton of dread. We can hit you with that, but we do want to gain some heat beforehand. Alright. Unfortunate. think that's an extra turn. 2 extra turns. That's not good at all. We don't use burn. I don't want detonate. Demolish is fine. Makes us money, I guess. Discounted image being free is kind of nice for our defensive strategy that we currently got going on here. Actually trying to go into some crit here isn't terrible. Jinx doing a little bit more damage would be appreciated. I personally think that we're going to want free skills. We got to figure out how to heal all this. I think Verdant is going to help us out, but we're going to need a little bit more than that. So trying to figure out how we're going to deal with that is kind of key. I don't think that we need to carry these anymore. Decayed Binding still does something. These still do something. Now we get to figure out how we kill Nim. We got Will Collector 6 from our Heart of a Hero. What else did we get? I think it popped our Enchanted and our Verdant. So we got these 3 here. Kind of good. Rare Augment, please. Big Quilling Cache is a little bit tempting, but we should theoretically make a lot of money now that we have Demolish. Especially when this is free. Nope. That's pretty close. Getting a purple to reduce this cost would be kind of nice. I've kind of already upset you guys. So I might as well take care of you. If we could get a hold of Orbonk, that'd be like pretty mint right now. I think we're going to lose some turns here too. Hoy. We're honestly doing, like, terrible. That doesn't even help? Okay. We are certainly suffering, that's for sure. At least we're making money, I guess? Definitely not. Wider further is decent. I think we honestly want to reroll here. Do we honestly just put more damage and movement on this? I really don't see anything else here that's worth it. I would really hate to do that too, because we can get a -1 will on this. We can get shielding when we use it a lot. This honestly may be a skip. I guess burn is worth something. We might as well throw that on there. On defeating an enemy, spawn an orb. That's feeling significantly better. Go ahead, send me to more augments, please. I would really like to reduce the cooldown of after image at this point. There it is. There is a big quilling cache here. I think I'll take this. Reduces the cooldown of another random binding by 2. That's quite significant for us. Also, Dreaded Jinx seems nice. We were offered like 3 of these at this point. We'll go ahead and take Quickening Image, why not? Then take us here. There's another uncommon Og here. Why are you guys so spread out? That's interesting. I think we would rather keep that. This produces an orb, right? Yes. Which then gives us more will than we deserve. We should now be able to perfect this. We can also use this. I'm already full blocking. Let's work on this guy. Okay. I think this is starting to come together. We need more damage on Demolish. Possibly another Extracting Smash. Like, honestly, do I just want to do this? We have more than enough. We can do this, then this. Not quite. Unfortunate. That's handled. Or is this handled? Probably more that first one. Or this one right here. Nah. Let's toss these guys. We need to get a kill with this. I guess it's gonna be you. Pick that up, we get 3 will. How much damage is this? This is 65. We kind of have to hit you once. Not really much that we can do about you up here. It's unfortunate. At least we get to farm you for another demolish, I guess? I don't know. Maybe not? Oh man, this is really terrible. Hold up. I hear the chat starting. I really only have notification on like 3 chats, and they normally don't blow up this much. Dread Harvest seems good. Bewitch seems good, just gaining more, like double the damage from Dread itself. That would have been very good had we taken the start with like 3 per, because then this would have been a nuke, would have killed some people. I think that Dread Harvest is what we're going for, though. Then another -1 cooldown is pretty good for that. If we can get -1 will, then we're really cooking. Alright. Green Augs? I think we're good on Green Augs now. So let's go to the garden, make some more money. And hopefully heal a little bit out of these. There was 1 healing. I could see Thanalopes and Miner's Gloves. It's probably Miner's Gloves, to be honest. Like, that's the percent increased damage that we're kind of looking for here. Let's go ahead, hit up the Superior Vault. Likely isn't going to be anything good for us, but we might be able to liquidate something that we find out of that vault as opposed to the other. Come on, man, don't do this to me. I want this Helmet Crab for next round. That's a Dread Harvest crit. Doesn't do any damage, though. That's getting there. I'll just outright say it. This is kind of a terrible build we got here. We're really gonna miss you by that much. Okay. I guess I'll do this first. Then leap. Aren't you supposed to be spawning in more enemies? Like, why is the treasure pot here if this is the final turn? I'm very confused. That's really misfortunate. Now we need to take a glyph node because we failed to kill the treasure pot. Like, I believe they said that they adjusted some battles, but did they really take turns out? Like, this was 2 turns. Unless he just counts his multiple turns because of how much health he has. You do be kind of a large boy. Tell you what, though, I don't think that we're gonna actually beat him this turn either. How many extra turns was that? 2. I went to a hard battle, right? Am I insane? I don't understand how we only got 2,000 there. Unless it was legitimately... I'm confused. Okay. Because that would have been -2 turns. We went to a normal fight, so it was literally 2 turns long. Did I just not pay attention? Because that severely hurts our score too. It's actually worse for us. I don't even know what's going on anymore, guys. We have to take a glyph node anyways. We might as well re-roll this for something. We can re-roll again. Stop giving me these. I guess they're greens. There's only a certain amount of things that it can be. Warburn, I guess. Really isn't good for us. Alchemist tool belts. It's something. Another verdant. Survivor Bonsai gives us Striker 4. Like, I'd rather just take the Vigor. Like, we are in a way, for sure. Like, our usual coping mechanism of, I hope everybody's doing terrible, doesn't even apply here because we're just straight up doing terrible on our own. Yeah, what the heck is even going on here? More vigorous would be nice. This would reduce the cooldown of After Image by 1. Make it so that we pretty much get this every single turn. We can liquidate this. Eviscerator is a thing that we have now. Reroll this. Do we honestly just take Ringleader's Hat? We now have Vigorous 3. So we could take Survivor's Bonsai and hope to get like a little bit of physical damage out of it. I'm just not sure if that juice is worth the squeeze. I suppose at the end of this fight, if for whatever reason we're not feeling it anymore, we can liquidate it for full Striker and Verdant. Maybe Heart of a Hero will just give us another bonus there. Otherwise, Bastion, we have nothing to gain here. We have nothing to gain here. This is just another Will a turn. That's still something, but we're not doing anything with our Will because we have no stats. So, I guess we're going to reroll again. T for 2 is more vigorous. Braided Acacia. We were better off grabbing the other other thing if we wanted this, but sure, we'll take it. This is something that we're more than likely willing to grind at the end here. We have tons of money here. We're probably going to smash a couple more things, and then we'll have enough money to buy a legendary at the shop. It's not very efficient now, is it? And again, noticing our severe lack of damage here. I think this pays for itself, so I want to hit it. And that's a bit of burn, doesn't really do much for us. Go ahead, hit that. Yeah, we have like no damage whatsoever on this build. Ambusher maybe would have saved us. I guess we're gonna just bonk him repeatedly and get tons of burn stacks on him. That's gonna have to be good enough. Like, even our burn's not doing a lot of damage. Guess we could have used this the whole time. You don't even have minions on the floor anymore for us really to leverage against you with Jinx. Like, I don't even know what the frick happened, to be honest. Like, I know we don't have stats, right? We just have Striker, Will Collector, and Vigorous, which means that we have a lot of actions, but all we have is, like, 50 physical damage here, no crit, anything like that. Heat doesn't really... Why do we only have 2 stacks of Dread? Oh, because we're using... That's why it doesn't do any damage. I legitimately forgot that we had Dread Harvest. That is incredibly silly of me. This would have been the perfect time to farm that up. Still is. There we go. Go ahead, do that. Take it off cooldown. Like, that's still really... We get to use it every turn at least, but it's not really doing much for our overall damage per turn. We don't have any, like, damage per charge or anything like that. Good lord, and nobody wants to stand together either. Can't get the two of you, huh? Okay. Can we get a crit on this? Nope. Get you then. Get up here. Smack ya. That's about as good as we can get. Vigor and shielding should be carrying us, though. I don't know what we started this, like, map here on. That's a crit. And we can't hit the two of you, it seems. Oh! Nope. Okay. It's actually better for us to stand out here. Dread's kind of maxed, so we don't really care about that anymore. Let's get our orbs. There we go. Okay, perfect health, but we lost a ton of HP. I would much prefer the 2 stacks of blur right now, thank you. And give me some more movement. Facing images where it is at. Jinx costing less is huge for us. I believe Orbonk is purple. It'd be kind of nice to get that. We didn't get... Did we walk past Glyphs, or did we not get offered Glyphs? Honestly, I wouldn't put it past myself at this point. Been screwing everything else up, right? Get rid of that. Honestly, get rid of that. Again, probably could have kept those for this fight up here. Alright. Gucci. Honestly, really digging the setup. It's just not great for score. And I don't know if this would survive in T20 either. Just a little funky, and I like it. I would like to dread you. You're kind of like the scariest thing here right now. Reduce that cooldown. Like, we legitimately have just sort of like a Dread Harvest build going here, and then when it doesn't work out, we have to be a Magma Miner, and that kind of sucks. I thought I had the magic pixel there. I jumped the gun. That's all my fault. Thank you. I guess we're going to do this first, because then that allows us to get more heat to actually finish you guys. Okay. So, that was a good, like, go. Sybil the Lava Lizard. We don't really keep heat as it is, but maybe we could. I think we kind of owe it to ourselves. Mythos is kind of weird on that. On your turn, gain another stack of blur. Not even sure that that's good here. We could grind this just for Warden. Currently, we can buy a legendary reroll by a legendary. Yeah, so we're literally grinding whatever we grab here. So I guess we might as well take Bottled Whirlwind for ourselves. Miner's Glove is looking better. We kind of want this. We kind of want that. Like, honestly, everything's good. I guess the Blur actually isn't that good versus Runestone. I'm almost debating Whopping Bonk here. Like, it's not terribly good, but out of these options... Discounted Smash, we're not even using the skill anymore. Critical Leap we use quite often, but there's no reason for us to want to crit with that, besides to crit. I guess we got Facing Shift. Like, it's not terrible. Yeah, we'll take Critical Leap. We will go ahead and, we got Verdant 5, so we actually get bonus attack binding damage. Like, I'm trying to look at what thing here is the least useful, and they're all, like, pretty dang good. Like, I guess Ringleader's Hat, but that's 1 will a turn. I guess we're not really going to get hit during Rinferno. Yeah, let's figure this out. We made all this money, it's time to spend it. Well, that's, pretty disgusting. Shaheen's and Gavel is almost GG for us. Triggers at 8 stacks on gaining will from Shattered Will. Gain an additional will. We can't really go infinite off that, but we'll take the Gavel. We'll re-roll. Then I guess we'll take the Bond Enhancer. Might become useful. It gives us our will back, which we got rid of from grinding up Ringleader. We got Will Collector 8 because reasons. We didn't start from the top. We have forgotten how to play this game. At least that almost works. So I guess let's gain some, we'll leap. Hit you with that. Pick this back up. Use this, get that back. Screwed that setup. All right. There we go. Alright. So, 41,000 is absolutely egregiously terrible. I think 1,000 of that was, I legitimately think that we took a normal fight instead of a hard fight. We obviously missed glyphs, which is 750? Yeah, that's 750 or 650 total. So then we would have been at 42,050. Another 1,000 would have put us at 43, and then all of our lost turns then take is up to the top there. So we lost around like 3.5 thousand. Yeesh. Like I said, it was still a pretty fun build. The whole harmonizing whistle into purple phasing image with Dread Harvest with -2 cooldown. Um, kind of crazy. Like I feel like on certain other characters, this might be like a little bit more punchy. But I guess like this is independent of characters. Like I think the only character that would really be able to do something with that would be what is it? Obelisk, because they have crush. Otherwise, I don't know. Like it was, like I said, it was certainly fun. Just not great for a daily. Hopefully you guys had fun or learned something. We are in page 11. That I ain't even mad. Like with 41,000, like that seems about right. They Nobody got a perfect score, and looking at the fact that everybody else here is at like -1,000 here, and then like significantly starts dropping after that, it was a tough seed. We just didn't handle it well enough. Like it was probably the ambusher. We were offered so much of that, we could have liquidated it, and then we would have had access to the same amount of will that we had already, and the same amount of damage, pretty much. But what else are you gonna do about it, right? You learn stuff or you get stuffed, and today we definitely got stuffed. Anyways, if you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, maybe what you guys did during today's daily, be sure to put that down in the comments below. And until next time, I'll catch you guys around.